There are two different mindsets. One of them is the growth mindset, and the other one is a fixed mindset. Now, it would be important to ask yourself, where do you think you stand with this mindset? I believe I have a growth mindset because it allows me to achieve my goals. It helps me build connections within relationships. It also aids in me investing in myself. The discovery was formed by Carol Dweck. The fixed mindset is someone who is willing to take on a challenge. Somebody who is ready for any obstacle thrown their way and looks at it with an open perspective. Somebody with a fixed mindset does the complete opposite. When challenges arise, they tend to avoid and hide away. This helps me with my realization that I have a growth mindset because I have aspirations in life I would love to achieve. I find myself always wanting to set goals and looking forward to the next goal that I have. Now there's a question if this is a deep-rooted mindset or if you're able to change it. And one important thing Carol said in her article is that if you are able to do it, you will do it. Now, she didn't say that word for word. However, to simply put it, she was telling the reader that if you allow yourself to think that you cannot change your mindset from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, then the progression will never be made. If you have a growth mindset and you are willing to continue to grow, you will be able to look through life and see your reality through different perspectives. This really takes a toll on people who have fixed mindsets because if you are unable to change your perception and be able to connect with others through bouncing off opinions, that doesn't allow for personal relationships, family relationships, and friendships to continue to prosper. I believe that a growth mindset is key when it comes to achieving goals, but very important when it comes to connections. It is important in our world that we live in right now to be able to see through different lights that everybody else is looking through. Empowering yourself to the point where you can change your mindset also allows you to know that if you set your mind to doing something, you will absolutely be able to accomplish it. The process of going from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is challenging. You will absolutely fail at some points while doing it. However, the key is to ensure that when you do come to those forks in the road, when you are failing, you can either take a left and continue to stop the process, or you can take a right and move forward. If you move forward with the process, you are allowing yourself then to know you are ready for anything that comes your way. It also shows that if you fail, you are never fully going to turn over into the growth mindset. People with growth mindsets allow themselves to push through any obstacles that are coming their way. Carol also had a statement that said, "Some people realize the value of challenging themselves and they want to put in the effort to learn and grow. A great example of this is the buffet formula. However, others would rather avoid the effort, feeling like it doesn't matter." Now, this formula was formed after a businessman, who essentially, to break down that statement, heavily believed in investing in himself. And like the quote says, if you can see yourself challenging yourself and learn to grow with it, then you absolutely will accomplish that. My third reason that a growth mindset is so important and how I use that in my life is investing in myself. Investing in myself is a huge, huge, huge thing that naturally I think people stray away from in the bigger scheme of life and what we have to deal with. However, investing in yourself allows for you to be able to prosper in every aspect of your life. Growth mindset people also, when they are compared to another person who is succeeding just as much, They do not get intimidated by the other. However, if you are in a fixed mindset, having a competition will intimidate you and make you feel like you want to suppress. I would say that unless you're ready to push yourself and you're ready to learn and grow, to have these life skills that are key, I believe that you're not ever ready to move forward. You have to want to be able to have a growth mindset in order to get there. It takes determination. It takes a lot on someone who's not ready to do it. Overall, her work has impressed myself as well as a lot of other listener readers as well as professionals. After taking in the information that I was provided through this article, I'm able to take those steps moving forward into my life. How would I like to grow as a person? How would I like to help others grow into the growth mindset? It will never take one trial to complete that, for sure. However, if you acknowledge it and you accept it, that is the first step to being able to grow. Achieving your goals, working on relationships, and investing in yourself is something that I remind myself to do all the time. However, it is important to also remind yourself that if you haven't fully accomplished those aspirations, you're just not there yet. That is also a big mental word that you can use, or a mental phrase that you can keep in your mind to keep pushing yourself. It is important because whether subconsciously or consciously, you're listening to the words and phrases and thoughts you're implementing and allowing in your head that affects the reality that you're living in. As I mentioned, if you listen to negative thoughts, you will have a fixed mindset on life. However, if you tell yourself positive thoughts and you reinforce those positive thoughts, you will be able to prosper with a growth mindset. I think it's really important to ask yourself this question and check in here and there. However, it would be an interesting question to ask others as well. I don't think a lot of people give themselves the time to sit down and really question where their mindset is at and if they're ready to change the mindset. I, on the other hand, I'm always looking for growth. I would love to continue learning more about Carol's work and her research, and this is just the start for me, and I'm looking forward to reading more. And I hope you answered the question yourself. Are you ready to develop, or are you already mentally tough?